right. So, okay, everybody, listen. Let's get started. Thank you guys for joining me this morning on Morning Coffee with me. Thanks for being here. I just want to go through a few announcements. And Sherry, it's next Monday that you're on, right? Next Monday at 1 o'clock. Yeah. Okay, so I'll make sure that's added in here. So I just wanted to let everybody know that first, again, for those that weren't here, we welcome Sheila Chan. Sheila is our newest member, and she's with shop.com. So welcome to Sheila. Everybody, let's make her feel like she's part of this Great City family. We also, today we're going to be speaking with Rick Wilkinson. He is with Walkerville Candles. So it's going to be really exciting to have us learn a little bit about what he does, because just looking at the pictures, they look like they smell great. All right. So today, right after, today we're going to be doing our work group again from 10:30 until noon. Okay. But next week, Sherry, we're going to try that brainstorming, or we're going to keep it on Fridays.
No, we're doing it on the Monday.
Okay, so next Monday we're gonna do a brainstorming after morning coffee is over. We're gonna try this. I thought it was kind of interesting on Friday, right? So let's what's the format, Sherry?
Okay, so the format is actually for a formal brainstorming session. So the idea being that we all have things we need to work on in our business. And sometimes what we need is the opportunity just to discuss an idea and get ideas from other people. The more brains that we have that we can put to work around an idea, the more effective we are at coming up with potential solutions. So this format is set up specifically for our members to be able to come for free if they bring a qualified visitor to our Monday morning coffee between now and then. And so, of course, qualified just simply means that they are, in fact, a business owner and that they aren't already coming. And so the format of the actual meeting will be that each person will have an opportunity to share something in particular that they're working on and get feedback from every member of the group. It's not an open discussion about the ideas. It's just let's talk about the ideas. And whatever ideas come out of that, if you want more information or you want to talk about it more extensively with the person who suggested it, then hopefully you'll reach out and actually do a little bit of chatting with them directly. Now, if you are not a member and you want to come, you're still more than welcome to come, but it's $15. And everybody who comes gets to contribute as well as bring forward an idea that they want to talk about. And that's what brainstorming looks like.
Love it. So I'm looking forward to it. Okay. Thank you for that, Sherry. Listen, folks, on Wednesday, I'm doing the back end training. So any member who has not gone through the training for the back end, this is the last back end training that we're going to be doing we've done it every week for the past month. So I think if you haven't learned all the amazing tools that we have for members in the back end, there's a lot. And by the way, if there's any tool that I went through, because there's so many of them that I might have whipped through a few of them, that you really want to drill down a little bit and find out how that can really help your business, then let me know, and I'll set up a special training session for that tool. All right, and that's on Wednesday at 10 o'clock. That's the final one. Wednesday evening, Investing 2021 and our Investors Club with Melissa Raymond and Stephen Lee. That will be on at 8 o'clock p.m. And then Thursday morning, of course, we've got Tech Talk. Is that Thomas's week?
No, it's actually Adam.
Adam is on. Okay, great.
Yeah, so Adam will be taking all the stuff that you guys have been talking about with equipment for studios and sound studio and video studio, and how to put it together so that it's cohesive, and maybe looking at some of the software that can accompany the products that you mentioned.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's exciting. Okay, and then rounding out the week, we have our sales training. This is the second last, but if you'd like to jump in and take part in this, I do a sales training at 1 o'clock on Thursday afternoon, teaching folks how to do it. This week, we're going to be hearing everybody's pitches, those that have been involved. Isn't that exciting? Aren't you just dying to give me your pitch? Huh? Okay. So this is going to be really, really cool. So Thursday for members, just jump onto that call. All right. So thank you all. Listen, the topic I wanted to talk about today, it came from an article that was written in the Washington Post, where folks have been so programmed over the past year and a bit to be isolated that the prospect of the isolation being lifted and COVID being over brings a lot of anxiety to go out and be social. It's funny because a couple of nights ago, I was watching a movie, and this movie was where these folks were in a bar, and this guy comes over and grabs the girl's drink and slugs it back. And I thought, the things that we've been programmed now to look at and evaluate as being not smart, not safe, right? Hanging out and jumping up and partying with people, we're programmed to look at things differently. So when you're thinking about the public-facing businesses out there, right? Businesses that deal with people, they're coming to their counter like a pizza shop, right, Wally, or other public-facing businesses. It must bring a lot of anxiety to think that this could be over. Does that mean that they have to bring down all of their plexiglass? Does that mean that it would be socially unacceptable to leave the plexiglass up? All of these anxieties that people are thinking. So, one of the things this nurse says, she says, I see it in my office every day, from specific worry about being infected with the coronavirus to general anxiety about resuming normal activities. Pondering our future can generate ambivalence and even outright fear. Any thoughts on that? Anybody feeling anxiety?
We can break out. I'm breaking out and I'm running. I could pretty much say I'm going to go streaking at this point. So don't worry.
Yeah, I think some people are overthinking this stuff too much. It's like when we can do stuff, we're going to go out and be social again. Like, I'm not going to worry if there's a piece of plexiglass or not a piece of plexiglass.
I was going to say too, is that
life's got to go on.
Does anybody else get like anxiety when watching like a Netflix movie and they have like a massive party in it? That's probably the only anxiety that I have about all this, is when I watch a Netflix movie where there's like people going to a baseball game or people having a party. I'm sure I'll be fine with it once it comes back to normal life, but that's probably the only anxiety that I feel is making me nervous, is actually large crowds again, basically like concerts and stuff.
I've always hated large crowds anyway, so
exactly.
Yeah, I couldn't stand that. I couldn't stand like nightclubs or anything else, so yeah, I couldn't deal with that. As far as like plexiglass shields and stuff like that is concerned, I don't think that's a major issue. And if people are getting pissed off about that and they're going to your business, how have they not pitched a fit about safety codes at restaurants or just health inspections? Yeah. Right? It makes no sense to me.
So how many people actually have a business where people walk in and talk to them besides Wally? Wally?
Oh, actually,
and Rick? Okay, good. And Rick, we're going to get to you in 2 minutes. We'd love to hear about what you're doing down there. So just two of us. How about face-to-face meetings? Like we used to have, went out to coffee shops, a lot of people around.
Driving up first chance I get.
Absolutely. Same as Tom. Students, as soon as I can. I'm vaccinated. If I got to wear a mask, I got to wear a mask. But yeah, let's do it.
So how many people actually fear the virus mutating and having to continually wear masks forever, and getting shots and having this fear of getting something that's going to take you out? Any? No?
I have absolutely no fear of the virus, its mutations, nothing.
Well, I was going to say is that there's
fear is that unless we have a revolution, we will not get our lives back.
I love you, Maggie. You are so awesome. That's.
Well, I was going to say too that technically the flu could kill people too, and they're saying now that in the upcoming years that we'll still have to get our booster shot for COVID-19. So I think at that point, it's never going to be dead in the water. Like, it's going to be continuing on. But no, I think at some point when we finally are all vaccinated and we're just getting booster shots once a year, then I'll be like, this is okay.
Yeah. All right. So just think about this. This same pandemic type happened 100 years ago, right? And I always tell people, in the 40s, you weren't hearing people writing about their fear of the coronavirus, right? Or the Spanish flu. We certainly weren't thinking about it in the 60s or the 70s or the 80s because, there was that whole Woodstock thing seemed to be far from their minds, right? So basically, I guess one of the things that I just want to get out to people is that, this too shall pass, even though it's been very devastating and it has created a lot of fear. But maybe there is something for businesses maybe there's an upside for businesses to be promoting calm and opportunity and trust in the system. Your thoughts? Is there any benefit to a business promoting that type of thing for post-pandemic life?
I know myself with doing training with mannequins, and we've stopped giving actual manual breaths in our mannequins because they don't want people to take masks down. That's the latest guidelines. And the level of cleaning that I do now and that I present is, I think, going to be one of those things that is going to be continuous from now on, because people are so much more aware, right? A year and a half ago, January of 2020, if I had said PPE in a class, they would have looked at me like I had a third horn, but there's not a person here that doesn't know what PPE is to some extent, So I think that level, and I think that's something as a business, you don't have to be so obvious about it anymore, but that they see the cleaning supplies are always out you don't sit down until I've cleaned, as opposed to me sitting down and you go and excuse me and wiping the tables down, kind of stuff that'll actually be something to be subliminal almost.
Well, you know what? A year ago, 2019, November, if you walked into a business and they said, okay, a small business, and they said, okay, I need you to sign in, put your phone number, that would be weird, right? But today, even when I come in on the weekends, just because I just want to make sure that I sign in every single thing. Even little Tanis, when she comes here, has to sign in because there's no way, just in case.
Teresa and Tanis were here on the weekend.
Right? Yeah, it's on the sheet, right? It has to be. Right? It's a little bizarre, but
Well, I think the thing is, though, with social change theory is that it's much like a pendulum that's on a grandfather clock, right? And so we swing one way, and right now it's completely swung one side because there's a danger, and over time it will swing back to the other side, and at some point we will have another thing happen, but over time that the distance that swing happens tends to slow down. It doesn't necessarily become extreme on that same issue. So likely what will happen until the next extreme event is that over time we will lose interest in, all of the same strategies. But what we want is for our governments to still have all of the policies in place. So governments have known for a long time that there was the likelihood of a pandemic, and we could debate all day long about whether or not they were prepared. However, now that that's happened and we are in this situation, they are now aware that this isn't just a one-time event. The likelihood that it will occur again and again throughout history, hopefully not in our lifetimes, is pretty significant. So I want to jump in here. I want to jump in here, Sherry. Yeah, I want to ask Linda, because Linda deals with folks that are a little younger, maybe with anxieties and stuff like that. So, do you sense that younger folks are as concerned as older folks about this pandemic, or do they? Is it even on their radar?
No, more, definitely more. 90% of my clients are millennials and Gen Zs. So out of probably, 20 some odd clients that I have, I only have about 2 or 3 that are not a millennial or Gen Z. So they're all
more interesting.
Yeah,
I'm clearly a break from the trend then, because I really could care less.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a 13-year-old recently who died from this. I don't think it's unreasonable for people who are my age or probably a bit younger or a little older to be somewhat concerned about this, especially when you start taking into account that there are people who have gotten this disease that are experiencing symptoms months after their initial recovery, months after they've tested negative. I don't think it's unreasonable to be concerned about that and to be worried about the effects that could have on your body. Right?
It's not so much they're scared of the disease, it's the fact that they can't socialize. They're the social generation. They're the ones that go out and spend all their time with their friends, and to be able to not be able to do that, making them stay home. They're the ones that can and pick up their phone and in 5 minutes text their friends and be together, right? And they're always that group that has to be, socializing, going out and hanging at Starbucks or going to get some food or, just being with their friends all the time. And now that they can't do that, that's a huge piece of their mental health that's really suffering.
The reason why I ask is that, you see on the news, these parties that are happening, it's always all those young bucks out there partying and not social distancing and stuff. So you figure that the younger folks, they don't, it's not on their radar. They know it's there and they know it's affecting people, but it doesn't affect them. But it's interesting to hear that from you both, Sherry and Linda, that and Adam, that younger folks that's amazing. Okay, well, listen, I always think about things that we can do as business to make people transition, and better services to help them to see that that businesses are thinking about the same things that the population are thinking about. We're affected by it deeply, obviously, but we also need to make sure that they feel comfortable, maybe even behind the curve as more and more people push to go out. Businesses are still providing that level of sanitation, et cetera, and security and safety until it feels like the public has already arrived at a place and then we can catch up.
So, Ivan, I think there's something really important that really needs to be brought up, because it's not actually just the level of sanitation that's creating the anxiety, right? There's a number of things happening for people. So there are obviously in specific age groups, there are some differences, but keeping in mind that, yes, that danger response is happening because of the concern about sanitation, because of the concern about COVID itself. But outside of that, it's like anything. So when was the last time I don't know, I can't think of something off the top of my head, but if there's something that you do every once in a while, if you thinking of Maggie, you sail a sailboat and you do it every single day, you don't even think twice. But if you go out after you've sailed a few times and it's been 5 years and now you're going to sail a boat, you're going to have some anxiety about, are you going to remember all the things you need to remember? And are you going to remember all of the things that are happening all around you? And this is much the same way. We have not been practicing our social skills through the past year and a half. And so by the time that we go out and we now need to be in a social environment, we're now second guessing ourselves, our behaviors, because we've been home by ourselves. And we all know we do things by ourselves that we wouldn't necessarily do in public, I hope.
True that.
And those things are things that we suddenly become conscious of, the fact that am I doing those things? Is it obvious? I talk to myself all the time. That's why it's fantastic to have a dog here right now. I talk to the dog. And it's not so obvious that I look like I'm losing my marbles. But also, it's a new physical environment. And so again, we're accustomed to being cocooned in our homes and not being out. The physical environment is also going to change. So regardless of the level of change, whether we do pull down all those plastic barriers or we don't, we are going into environments where we don't know what to expect. What is the new norm going to be? And that's going to change from workplace to business place to whatever. And so here it's expected, but here maybe it's not. So that constant unsureness is going to be one of the other things. And then the other piece is the actual social environment. So not just our own social skills, But how many people remember when all of this first started and the initial comments that people made around things like, well, I don't want to seem like I'm the one who's being excessive. I don't want to be the one who's like being crazy about the whole, and a lot of people struggled with that socially. How do I not offend my friends or my family? But I feel like I need to protect myself. And that was a very uncomfortable space to be in. Well, we're now on the other side of that. And so people are going to start opening up, but not everybody's going to feel that comfortable. So other people's social skills are going to be influencing how we're feeling as well. So as a business, I think it's important to look at all of those things and think about what are the things that you can do to make sure that those are not impacting your customers as they're coming through the door.
Love it. And you know what? I want to open that up for people to chat about during the work group. If you want to stick around after the show, only because I do want to get to oh, is he still here? Oh yeah, Rick is here. Okay, I do want to get to Rick, and then I definitely want to get to the networking part. But I love the discussion because you know what? The future's coming, right? Post-pandemic is coming, so we definitely want to prepare for that. Michael, good seeing you, man. All right. So Rick, while you're here, tell us a little bit about what you do down there, and how is business?
Okay. Well, I own Walkerville Candles, and then when we opened the store, we called it the Mercantile because we knew of the I can say shit show, right? Yeah, I'll say shit show that we have with COVID. It's too much. And as for what's going to happen, I see people going back to normal.
Really?
Yeah, you're already seeing it in the States, and I just lost my camera. What the hell happened there? All right, 1 second. There we go. Okay, we're back. So we've got a lot of candles here. I've got about 120 different scents. So we've got that type. We've got some adult ones. I don't know everyone's fence level, so we'll just avoid those ones. They're pretty
Makes
funny.
sense.
Right?
I think I can take a guess and love it.
Well, okay, I'll do one that I made.
Just gentle.
We're good.
Okay.
So I got this one. It's talk moistly to me. As soon as he said it, I'm like, dude, you just said it now, pal.
Well, I want 5.
It was really well. I had a couple other ones. Samuel L. Jackson did that video where stay the F at home. So I had that one, but I kind of discontinued that one. It became a hot button. We bring in Canadian products from all over. Got company in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. And here, I'll give you a little peek at that. Your Grace Effin' Fudge Company. She's got seasonings called, I can say it, chicken shit and dipshit. It's actually pretty funny.
All right.
I've seen those.
No kidding.
It's basically bringing people in. They're having a good laugh. Here's one of the other vendors I got. I've known
Do
this
people
guy
actually come in? Do people actually come into the store?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Because I brought enough food and stuff into the store where I can basically open, because it's Mercantile, right? General store.
Oh.
So we've got everything here from sauces to salsas to mustard and cool stuff. Got flavored honey from Nova Scotia. Local honey maker right here. It's all raw honey. She even does beeswax for me. I've got coffee. I've got herbal teas. And then we've got quite the extension of soup and spices and popcorn. And then from
Rick, when did you open your store?
I opened it in November.
Wow.
Well,
in the pandemic.
Yep. I got laid off, and then I saw the writing on the wall. So I took a lot of marketing courses and drove the business online, which I wanted in the first place. So a lot of Facebook, Instagram, and whatever type of marketing I could do. Yeah, we even got clothing too. Check that out. So,
but so that looks like a huge amount of space. I mean, it's not a small space. You went deep. I mean,
yeah. What happened was I was in this store to begin with, but the owners got a really good offer on their homes, like $100,000 over asking price. So they decided to retire. And then they're like, "Do you want it?" And I'm hemmed and hawed. And then, I saw the writing on the wall at work. So I'm like, fine, I'll take it. Wow. And then we've taken every challenge there is with COVID. We've got sanitizer and everything around the store. And then prior to that, I was already doing driving it online, and people were buying. And then we grew like 3 times our size in the last year, and now they're coming in.
So if you're going to tell somebody who's in business, who actually has a bricks and mortar, and they're struggling right now, what would you say to them? What are you doing that you think enables you to grow while folks are having a tough time?
Well, number one, I'm defying the order in Ontario here, where you can't sell certain things. I don't know your day any more than you know mine. And if that candle's going to make you feel better about yourself today, you have it. That's just the way I look at it. I'm 45 years old. I'm nobody's babysitter. No one's going to give me a babysitter either. So you want that piece of fudge? It's yours. Seriously, enough. I mean,
Rick, I do want that piece of fudge, to be honest with you. I've seen your stuff on your site.
Keto.
Oh, okay.
Fasting, so no food kills.
So it's not keto. Okay, so
no fudge till sunset.
But it's sweet. Yeah. No fudge till sunset. That's right. But so, what is the best seller type of product that you have right now?
Our candles are number one. We sell a lot of those. I ship them across Canada and the United States too.
And people can go on your website and buy them?
Yep. I just brought in a girl that does bath bombs. And let's see, I lost you again. There we go. iPhones, gotta love them. So a girl that does bath bombs. Cool. So she actually owns a marketing company. So I'm kind of teaming up with her a little bit, and gave her the platform that we use for marketing. So she can help drive hers up, but everything has to be connected to our site. That's the deal.
Well, Rick, Cynthia's actually a member here at This Great City. It's Cynthia from CB Marketing, who actually owns the soap bomb with her sisters. So
awesome.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
Wow, that's very, very cool.
It's all about networking. Any small business person I know, like Thomas, great guy there too.
Thanks, Rick.
We're all in it. No problem. We're all in it together. And anything that we can do to help each other out, like we even brought in stuff for men. We're not restricting anything at all.
So, and just so that everybody knows, they offer 10%. It looks like it's on the This Great City's page. So if you're ordering it from This Great City, make sure that you let Rick know that you're ordering from This Great City. And by the way, folks, before we do the networking, please put your information in the chat window so that everyone can reach out to you and connect. Hey, Chris, good seeing you over there at Safety Dog. Nice. I love your background. I love your morning coffee background. That's awesome. And Samantha's here. That's great. So thank you, Rick. So listen, everybody knows what Rick does. I'm going to go around the room and just have everybody just kind of introduce themselves and what they do. And in there, I'd like to keep it short, but in there, if you can also say what it is that that you can definitely use this week. If there is a challenge that you're facing, or if there's a type of customer you're looking for this week, or if there's a contact person that you're trying to reach out to at a specific company or whatever it is, let us know. Okay, Lindsay, I'm going to start with you because you're in my top left.
Well, that's exciting. What do I do? I'm a social media marketer. My job is to consult more than anything. While I can take on social media marketing for you, I'd rather you have control over your own platform because I'm in the business of marketing yourself. So that's my little 10-second pitch, basically.
What do you need?
That's a great question. A receptionist? Samantha? No, honestly, I brought on quite a fair amount of clients in the last couple of weeks. So I just need a proper time management tool. And that while Samantha's segment did really help me with time management, I just need to actually apply it. So yeah, that's what I need.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, Sheila. And you're on mute.
I teach people how to convert the way they spend into a significant income.
Wonderful. Nicely done. And what are you looking for this week? What do you need? What are your challenges?
I just have so many ideas. I just need to figure out which one is more important right now to work with.
I love it. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Christiane, you're up. And you're on mute.
I got it. I looked at that little button. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our newest members, which is super great. Rick, that was fantastic to listen to, honestly. Yeah. So yeah, good luck with your business. It sounds great. Can't wait to check it out. So my name is Christiane Bristow with MC by Christiane, and I provide professional, innovative, and enthusiastic voiceovers to your products. So I will give your campaign voice.
Nice. Very nice. That was good. Wow. I can't wait till our Thursday pitch. Huh? Anyway.
Well, I'm going to give Ivan credit for that, because that little spiel I just did came from one of our sales awesome. Education times.
Very nice.
So thank you,
nice.
Ivan.
I love it. Yes. Okay. Bravo. I think she passes. Okay. Catherine, go ahead. You're up. Catherine. Oh yeah.
Yeah, me and my keyboard again. Good morning, everyone. It is wonderful to see all these people. Too bad we couldn't see the people at the bottom and say hi, but Travis and Victoria will come again, right? I run a first aid, CPR, and AED company, and we consult with you to make sure that we can keep all your workers safe and your company WSIB compliant.
Wonderful. Excellent.
And yeah, we're looking for anybody in the commercial industrial sector that is looking to see whether they need to update or upgrade their training, and we'll have a chit chat and see if we can help them.
Awesome. Excellent. Okay, Sherry. Sherry, are you in the same order, Sherry, as what I'm seeing? You know, Christiane,
no.
Catherine, then you no? Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead.
Everybody's screen looks different. I don't know why. I think there's some logic to it, but maybe not. Maybe Zoom just likes to keep us on our toes. I have no idea. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sherry Lozier. I am an applied neuroscience executive coach. I provide focus and strategy for your business and your brain, coaching people with distraction and disorder, disorganization challenges, and specifically people with ADHD. I do need people to sign up for my free upcoming webinar. That's going to be on the 4th. And so if you go to my website, which is mindwave.company, you can actually sign up there, and it is free. So all of those organization and time management and tools kind of stuff, we'll be talking about that day. So you guys are welcome to sign up for that. And that's me.
Awesome. And Sherry's also the city leader for Brentford, which is a great city.
I am.
Yes. And of course, Catherine is the city leader for Burlington, for all those Burlington folks. All right. Wally Stemberger, you're up.
I am. Well, can you hear me at all?
Yeah, crystal clear.
Oh, okay.
I like your mic.
Yeah, I don't know, because I'm playing around with this new mic and trying to get it set up correctly. Basically, I'm a photographer. If portraits, headshots, products, pretty much anything that you may need. Various sizes that you need for web or for print. I can also do print layouts for you if you need. That's about it, I guess. Oh, and yes, I do.
Most of what I know, so I just letting you know. He taught me everything.
No, I didn't teach you everything.
Yeah, kind of.
No, I didn't teach you everything.
Yeah.
But I'd also, my wife runs the pizza shop here at Carmen's Homestyle Pizza in Brantford.
That one
pizza
marinate for a while. Carmen's Homestyle Pizza. In Brantford. Oh yeah, look that up.
Like the pizza so much, I bought the store.
That's right. All right, Linda.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Linda Lane Consulting. I help people improve their mental health, especially with COVID. And as mentioned before, for some reason, I have majority of the clients are in the Gen Zero millennial age group, but I will help anybody in any group that needs help. And it just doesn't have to be COVID, obviously, that you're struggling with, but any type of mental health. So that could be depression, anxiety, stress, grief, bereavement, and addictions as well. I also help with.
Excellent. Okay, thank you, Linda. Thomas.
Morning, everybody. Thomas from MLP Technologies. We provide managed technology services in the areas of IT, security, and communication for small, medium-sized businesses. We take care of anything that's managed. That we do what we can to make your life easier when it comes to technology. As far as what I need, I don't know, maybe another brain to help with everything, or I don't know.
Same hour.
Yeah, a couple of extra hamsters to run on the wheels that are in there. I don't know, maybe that might be it too. I'm just working away on a few things. I might be reaching out for some feedback and from people in the group, but other than that, yeah, that's about it. So
awesome. I'm gonna just plug you. Thomas. I think every small business should talk to you when they get themselves set up, just so that they can figure out how to secure the stuff that they've got. So that's my plug for you. Go ahead, Adam.
All right. Hi, my name is Adam. I am the founder of Adamant Industries. I am a web designer and web developer. Feel free to give me a call. We can make the website of your dreams a reality, and together we can achieve perfection through iteration.
Beautiful. Adam, what do you need?
What do I need? Well, right now I could use a glass of water, but beyond that,
I'm just glad he wasn't putting any alcohol in there.
Oh, that's a great way to ruin the entire month for me. As for what I need, I think I just need some kind of way to keep me scheduled and accountable for all the different kinds of things I want to be able to work on this week. I want to be able to do a little bit more side projects and stuff like that, just to kind of help bolster my portfolio and to help get my name out a bit more, and to actually build out more of my personal brand, right? So that's something that I'm looking into, that I want to be able to have a better plan for, rather than just see what throw stuff on a wall and see what sticks.
Awesome, cool. And Adam, just so that you know, Lindsay and I are thinking about working with the other marketers on our network and putting together a month of marketing training for free. So just so that you know, that's something that we're working on right now. So that members can just jump on and just we workshop you through it. All right. Okay. So keep that in mind, and also we might even get Samantha to do another time management presentation. Go ahead, Samantha. You're up.
Can everybody hear me this time?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
A little bit.
I plugged it in and make sure everything was working. Yeah, so for me, what I do is I help business owners put time back into their schedule, and that includes services, bookkeeping, virtual receptionist. So your business phone number would be wired to my location, and then also general administrative like calendar management and so on. Yeah.
Wonderful.
What do you yes, I just remembered. Yeah, just getting a better feeling of business owners' pain points, so I can put stuff. So as I put stuff on my business Facebook page, just things that can really help people and can have more engagements. Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, and Maggie, you're up.
Okay. Well, I'm a freelance writer. We all need content these days, and that's where I come in. Not everyone wants to write their own content, or not. Some people don't have the time, or they don't have the writing skills, so that's where I can help. Travel writing is my real specialty, and my article does come out in Lakeland on May 1st. But I can write for pretty much any industry, and basically that's kind of me in a nutshell. I'm a writer.
Awesome. Great. Excellent. Thank you. And I'm going to go to Chris over at Safety Dog.
And here I am, technology challenged once again. And by the way, speaking of technology, I lost my computer for 2.5 days this past week.
That must have been
when I say lost it, I had to reformat the hard drive and another,
6 star. Yeah, should be right.
Hey. Welcome. My name's Chris Harris, Safety Dog, roof. I help trucking companies crash less. What do I need? I have a podcast. You can come in and join me in the doghouse. If any of you, I would invite any of you to join me on my podcast if you can speak to trucking. And the other thing my challenges at the moment, just to throw that out, is I'm switching. I'm a Mac user, so I'm trying to teach myself Final Cut Pro. Trying to change from ScreenFlow is what I was using to a more sophisticated platform. And I really, because of COVID and everything, trying to take more shit online since Rick swore, I figure I can too. More stuff online, and I'm challenged with marketing, of course, social media marketing, even though Lindsay, I have over 1,500 people on LinkedIn, and I have my Twitter, and I have all this shit, but I don't know how to use it all properly. Anyways, thank you all. Good to be back. It's been weeks since I was able to join the meeting again. Thank you for having me.
Good seeing you, Rick. Good seeing you. All right.
Great seeing you too.
It looks like Teresa's talking to Tannis. So you're up.
Good morning, everyone. Ivan, can you share? Can I share my screen with everybody?
Do you have permission? Let's see.
No.
Advanced sharing options. Okay, go ahead.
Let me see. Okay. It's a quick video, and I'll.
Excuse me. Is that apple for sale? Yeah, we're about to put it on sale right now, actually. Well, I'm in the market, so tell me about your apple. Why should I buy it? Nice try. Okay, people, here's how this is going to work. I have an apple here. The highest bidder's going home with this. I want all bids in the next 2 minutes, then we're closing it. Bidding starts at $5. Feeling pretty confident there, huh? I mean, don't you think? $10. He said starting at $5. $15. Is this a new apple? Yeah, just listed. I'm pre-qualified. I'll pay cash. I got cash. 20, 30, 40. No, just make it 45. Is it even worth that? 50. I don't know. Please, this is the 8th apple I've tried to buy. Could I have up close? Nope.
No.
You know what it is. You either want it or you don't. I'll take it for 100. What? I'm from California. It's the cheapest apple I've ever seen. It'll go 120. Why did I do that? Why? I don't.
So,
Oh no.
Wow.
So I take the madness out of that. So let's put it that way. I'm a realtor. I'm a mortgage broker. So it's crazy, but I love that video. That's exactly what it is.
That's how I feel right now.
That's the best I've seen that explains it. That was beautiful. All right. Thank you, Yuri. Nothing else. If Travis is there, Travis, you there? Travis. All right.
I 1 second, sorry. Yeah, do apologize. I live in a madhouse, right? Yeah, I'm on a mobile phone at the minute, so sorry. I've just got into another room. Yeah, my name's Travis. Okay, so yeah, I'm who am I? Right. Okay, I run my own business. I have done for about 10 years in property. I buy real estate and sell it. I've got quite a big portfolio, I imagine, depending on what you measure it as. What I did in my spare time, what happened to me about 10 years ago, I was involved in an accident and I was paralyzed. I'm not now, fortunately, but I got hit by a drunk driver. And after that happened, it completely shifted how I perceived the world. So I ended up leaving my job that I worked for before, and I learned to walk again, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, after the accident, my whole awareness shifted. In other words, I saw the world completely different. I got back on my feet. I got told I wouldn't walk again by the doctors and the surgeons, and they were wrong. But because I did walk again, and I'm perfectly fine now. But what happened, because after the accident, I think it shook me up in a way that it frightened me that much that it made me really pay attention to what's possible and what's not. And that's when I started to think, right, okay, I'm going to start working for myself a little bit here. That's when I started investing in property and what have you. Know. Before I knew it, I had a big portfolio. I could have retired, but I loved the thrill of it, the game of running my own business. But I wanted to tell people about this. I wanted to share with young kids that you can do anything you want. So then I started volunteering with local authorities and children in care, and I even foster children now. And I do everything that I can just to tell people, just let people know that if you, I broke my legs. I got run over. I should have died because I was in a coma for 2 months, by the way. I don't know if I missed that bit out. But I come back from it, and I thought you can do anything you want. You really can. And I was helping people with, I was helping people with the mental health, which was because when you change someone mentally, then you change everything. And then, but more and more people start asking me,
where are you located?
I'm sorry, I'm in England.
Oh, you're in England. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Very, very cool. Awesome. Okay, well, you know what? Stick around. Just put your information in the chat. I'd love to chat with you a little bit more. I'm just going to finish up the set here with Victoria and Teresa, and then we'll come back to you, okay? Teresa, you there? What do you do? What do you need?
Here. I am my agency. We're a marketing company, and we do everything from a design of your collateral material, business cards, flyers, ads, any of that type of stuff, online, offline, website design, development, social media, SEO. We kind of do everything that's within the marketing umbrella. So if you need anything, give me a call.
Awesome.
And,
is your information in the chat window there, Teresa?
I will put it in.
All right, great. All right, and Victoria, are you there?
Yes, I was on mute. Thank you. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
I love this group because it's very energetic and it's so many different ideas that you guys giving all the time, and actually it make me think about what I do myself. I am a programmer, system analysis in the telecom world. I'm very good at that. People saying that I'm very good at this, but I love teaching. I have OCT license in Canada for the math and computers, and I opened my own school for the private school, tutoring school. And people saying that I'm a very good teacher from the perspective of knowledge. I want kids to understand the subject rather than give them just the marks. But I realize that the students don't need the knowledge anymore. Nobody needs a knowledge. They need just a solution, how to get a good marks and how to do all of this stuff. And there is a path for that. There is no issue about this, but I lost myself from the perspective of, as a career person, what is purpose of education? What is purpose of what I'm doing? So I do realize that generating the money is do what the client wants. But from perspective, if this person will know computers, will be able to work in this field, I don't think he will, she will, or he will. But my problem is at this moment is my confidence. I lost my confidence. This is it.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's really there's some really super qualified folks here. I'd love to maybe see if they're able to speak to what you're mentioning there. Yuri, you've got your hands up.
Yeah. Can I just lately I've been learning all kinds of different things about marketing and marketing related to real estate, let's put it that way. But it kind of resonates with what Victoria says. They put out, they teach you how to catch fish, but at some point people go, no, just give me fish. Just give me a solution. It's done for you, and people are ready to pay. So like teaching people to my idea, I'd like to learn how to fish, because then I'm free. I can go fish anytime I want to, in a sense, right? But then there's a conflict sort of thing. Samantha can vouch for that. You don't have time, right?
It's a huge investment. It's a huge investment from the client perspective, the knowledge. Yes.
Yeah, people are rather delegate the task to someone else, and okay, let's do them let them do it for me. System is here. I start generating money. Simple. and people are willing to pay for that solution. So.
Yeah, thank you. You're right. You're absolutely right with that.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I'd love to hear Linda or Sherry. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm sorry, my internet was actually not being very cooperative there, so I'm not sure that I caught all of that. So, but I think from a business standpoint, if I'm understanding sort of where the challenge came in, sometimes we need to reevaluate market, right? So who's the market that you're targeting? And if you're not targeting the right market with the products or services that you're offering, then, that may be part of where the issue is, right? So reconsidering that, and I'm sorry if I'm a little bit off there, but that was just what I was hearing while my internet was breaking up.
Yeah, and I also, there are so many folks also, just touching on a little bit on what Travis was talking about, that, they have their lives, they're going through their lives, everything's, and then they have something that interrupts their lives, that changes them, and then they start looking at things really differently, a near-death experience or whatever it is, and then they start to evaluate and they change their path. Sherry, Linda, what are your thoughts on that? And how many of those people actually pivot into doing their own business and getting away from working for somebody else, et cetera?
That's a good question. I have a couple of clients that have had that experience and had that happen to them. I think it's just because they realize life is short and they don't want to have to be exposed to somebody else's rules. So they're going to, definitely work for themselves and don't want to be exposed to somebody else's rules, and they want to live their own life. So that's the only way I can explain it, I guess.
Yeah. And Travis, I see your hand. I just want to see get response from Sherry.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times, we go through life and we experience many things, but usually there is a culmination of those experiences where we hit a moment and we say, what is it that I actually value more than anything? So maybe it's not so much that I value the paycheck as much as I value having control of my schedule, or being able to be more creative in the way that I approach my business, or whatever. So I think that Yeah, and I think with maturity, as we get older, we sort of hit certain stages throughout life where we go back and we evaluate the last 5 years, 10 years, 20, 30, 40, whatever. And as those stages come along throughout life, we're definitely looking back at where we've lived up to the values we set for ourselves, or we haven't. And that's oftentimes when we make significant changes.
Cool. Yeah. Go ahead, Travis.
Yeah, so cheers, Ivan. Yeah, can you just explain with me? When I ran my business, my intention wasn't to really make a fortune. It wasn't about money.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted security. My awareness shifted. I saw the world differently, and I mean in a really, really big way. And I thought I had brain damage, but it wasn't. I don't know what happened to me. But I just want to explain. It was a shift in consciousness, meaning my awareness expanded. And I don't know how, I don't know what happened, but it was after the accident. But from that point, because I saw the world different, the world changed around me. And that's when I become successful, if that's what you want to call it. But it was so important for me to teach kids, because I looked at people and thought, you're doing it all wrong. You don't understand how life works. So then I just volunteered with local authority in schools, just teaching about how the mind works. But then this is what you get. They say, because they see the car pulling up, they see me calling, go, hey, up, who's that? He's got money. Again, I'm like, it's not about the money, because it's about the mind. And they said, yeah, teach yourself to get rich. Because making money is the most easiest thing to do. And people think, well, the coronavirus has destroyed the economy. Again, that's perception. If you think that, then that's going to be your reality. Because a lot of people like you've got their own business, are struggling now. But I'm not struggling. This year has been the most profitable year for me. And so how can I be doing well and other people are losing?
Yeah.
Okay, Linda.
Well, I should have even given myself as an example, because I mean, I'm home and my other business wasn't doing well. So about a year and a bit ago, I had to brainstorm and come up with another business idea. And this was what I used to do at McMaster, was as a counselor for some of the students. And I thought this is a perfect idea. And it's not about money. Lindsay can attest to this, because my rates are very low in comparison to a lot of other therapists that are out there. And it just floors me that what some of them charge, it's almost double of what I charge. And it's not for me for about money, because when I did this at McMaster as a counselor, it to me was about the students, and it still is about helping people. I don't really, it's not for me about money. That it definitely isn't about money. So for me, it's just helping people. And it's very rewarding when I get a message saying, thanks for helping me. And I just got one last week. You made a huge difference in my life. That is what's rewarding to me.
Absolutely.
Not the money, not the money.
All right, listen, folks, I have to jump in. because we're 2 minutes away from the end of the show. So I want to thank everybody for coming. What a great conversation. I love the energy around the conversation. Someone had already mentioned about the energy. If you haven't put your information into the chat window, please do that. And then, of course, if you, that way other people can just grab the information and then reach out to you. Again, I just want to point out that right after this, we just stay on this call. We have our work group until noon. And of course, we can continue some of the conversations that we started here. And of course, then tomorrow, the training for members, and then Wednesday night Tech Talk, not Tech Talk, what am I talking about? Investing 2021 on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock with Melissa Raymond and Stephen Lee. And then Thursday morning we have Tech Talk, and then Thursday afternoon is the sales strategy training. Folks, if you're looking to, if you're not a member and you'd like to become a member, go onto the website, thisgreatcity.com/join. We do have an incentive on there until the end of the month. And other than that, thank you guys all for coming. Thank you.
Thank you, Ivy.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, Chris is gone.
What someone will say to you.